Hello, curious sippers. Now, I tried so hard to stay away from this topic, but literally every single day, Miss Lana Del Rey makes yet another headline. I believe all of this is because of her new album and her two poetry books, but why is she bashing other stars to get her name out there? What is wrong with her? So if you want to know, hit the bell and the subscription button and stay with me to find out what is happening. To be honest, I was not a Lana Del Rey fan since the very beginning, but after these posts and these recent controversies, I don't think anyone else is really also. So if you guys have no idea what's going on, allow me to explain. Everything started with a question she posed for The Culture, and this is what she said in her post. Now that Doja Cat, Ariana, Camila, Cardi B, Kehlani, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce have had number ones with songs about being sexy, wearing no clothes, cheating, etc., can I please go back to singing about being embodied, feeling beautiful by being in love, even if the relationship is not perfect, or dancing for money without being crucified, or saying that I'm glamorizing abuse? I'm fed up with female writers and alt singers saying that I glamorize abuse when in reality, I'm just a glamorous person singing about realities of what we are all now seeing are very prevalent abusive relationships all over the world. With all of the topics women are finally allowed to explore, and I just want to say that over the last 10 years, I think it's pathetic that my minor lyrical exploration detailing my sometimes submissive or passive roles in my relationships has often made people say I've set women back hundreds of years. Let this be clear, I'm not a feminist, but there has to be a place in feminism for women who look and act like me, the kind of women who says no, but men hear yes, the kind of women who are slated mercilessly for being their authentic, delicate selves, the kind of women who get their own stories and voices taken away from them by stronger women or men who hate women. I just want to say it's been a long 10 years of bullshit reviews. Up until recently, I've learned a lot from them, but also I feel it really paved the way for other women to stop putting on a happy face and to just be able to say whatever the hell they wanted to in their music. Unlike my experience where if I even expressed a note of sadness in my first two records, I was deemed literally hysterical as though it was literally the 1920s. Now, you see all of this? Whatever she said and how she accused so many big names in the industry, do you know how she ended this whole question for the culture thing? She just talked about her next two poetry books that are going to be released soon and her new album that comes out September 5th. Don't you think this whole essay was just to make her the talk of the news outlets? And oh, by the way, who did she pave the way for? I'm guessing she had no idea how much of the hatred she was going to receive for that post, or maybe she did because she didn't let it go. After that post, Lana received so much backlash for dragging stars like Beyonce and Ariana, and I guess she felt like she had to respond to those backlashes. And this is what she said in the comments. This is the problem with the society today. Not everything is about whatever you want it to be. It's exactly the point of my post. There are certain women that culture doesn't want to have a voice, and it may not have to do with race. I don't know what it has to do with. I don't care anymore, but don't ever, bro, call me racist because that's bullshit. She also mentioned that when she talked about people like her, she didn't mean white women, she meant the people who don't look strong or necessarily smart. She was advocating for a more delicate personality. And just to take matters into her own hands again, Lana decided that she needed to post yet another controversial essay just to address the previous controversial post. And this is how it reads. Despite the feedback that I've heard from several people that I mentioned in a complimentary way, whether it be Ariana or Doja Cat, I want to say that I remain firm in my clarity and stance in what I was writing about was the importance of self-advocacy for the more delicate and often dismissed, softer female personality, and that there does have to be room for that type in what will inevitably become a new wave, a third wave of feminism that is rapidly approaching. Watch. And here comes the self-promoting part. Perhaps I could have given more context to my post by mentioning the title of my second book that would be out next March called Behind the Iron Gates: Insights from an Institution. I'm sorry that folks who I can only assume are super Trump Pence supporters or hyper liberals or flip-flopping headline grabbing critics can't read and want to make it a race war when in fact the issue was with female critics and female alternative artists who are disassociated from their own fragility and sexuality and berate more sexually liberated artists like myself and women that I mentioned. Then she went on and talked about how wrong people were for making it about race and how this says so so much about them than about Lana. But of course, this is not where the thing ends. She decided that dragging all of those big artists were not enough, so she came up with another woman of color and dragged her down by questioning her art. But this time, she decided to go for a video. Now, I don't want to get into all the crazy things that she said in that video, but the part she talked about yet another big artist made me and many others even angrier than before. Here is what she said about FKA Twigs. The difference is when I get on the pole, people call me a but when FKA Twigs gets on the pole, it's art. This one line was a hard unstand and unfollow for me. I don't understand why she needs to bring others down just to say she's releasing an album or 2 poetry books. And I'm saying she did all of this for the publicity because she released 2 spoken word pieces right after this drama. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You tell me, guys, what do you think about this whole Lana Del Rey drama? Do you agree that she's doing all of this only for the publicity? Let's discuss this in the comments, and remember to like, share, and become part of our Curious Sips family by subscribing to our channel. And also, don't forget about our Instagram account. So until next time.